Since you took some of the things that we were going to say next, I'll have to repeat myself a little bit. But in addition, like Tim mentioned, it wasn't just him doing a lot of this work. There was a lot of contributions from Tim's family, and so we would like to recognize some of those contributions as well. For the past 26 years, Tim's wife, Ellen, has made several contributions to Las Vegas Fire and Rescue on a regular basis to help with the mission of protecting the community, mainly by assisting the PIO. Much of that was done at home, a place which has been used, as Tim said, by the media probably more than any other home in the city to produce fire safety information programs and productions. Live and taped news stories have been filmed there at all hours of the day, some overnight, and for various amounts of time. On one occasion, the media was inside Tim's house for 10 hours, and media vehicles parked outside at all hours of the day and night waiting to speak to Tim. Many times, media personnel would be in the home. Ellen would feed them and give them drinks and whatever else they would need. She would spend countless hours prior to a show making the arrangements in the home, whether it was in the kitchen for a cooking safety story, in the living room for fireplace or Christmas tree safety, or outside for fireworks safety. She always went out of her way to make sure it would be done in the best lighting. As a member of the Citizens Fire Corps, she accompanied the PIO with exhibits at various events, particularly at senior safety events, spending the entire day at times at Cashman Field. She's been used several times to help pick up or deliver the PIO to various locations because the mobile command post, maybe it wouldn't start and Tim needed a ride to get there. Sometimes for events such as the MDA boot drive and other things like that. She participated as a helper at various schools when the fire safety house was being used. She was summoned to the house for events, and again, like I said before, getting ahead of myself, but to jumpstart the mobile command post. Lastly, whenever the PIO was dispatched to an incident, she was also involved. She would wake up every time the media called during the night, and if Tim wasn't home, she would still have to answer that phone call. She slept next to a fire phone and radio every night for the past 26 years. And being on call meant that various family affairs, special events, dinners, and other things like that would be impacted, canceled, and they drove to the incident in their personal vehicle, and oftentimes she waited in the car while Tim was involved at that incident. Sometimes she would get involved if there were displaced victims, and she would help out where she could. She's gone above and beyond what most civilians have done for the position that she was in, but she always helped because she knew the interest of the department and the community was involved. And this was all volunteer work and many times at her own expense. So, Ellen, thank you for your contributions to the city and for the Las Vegas Fire and Rescue over the past 26 years. We want to recognize you with the Community Partners Service Award.